Hi children, good morning all. Hope you are all doing good. Children, in my last session I have discussed about three phylums, isn't it? Phylum Porifera, Phylum Ctenophora and Phylum Cnidaria. And today I am going to start with another phylum, Phylum Platyhelminthes. So in the name itself we can understand the structure of the animal, that the animals of this phylum consist of a flattened body. That's what it is called as flatworms, and all the flatworms brought under the phylum Platyhelminthes. Okay, see, they have a dorso-ventrally flattened body, hence called flatworms. These animals are bilaterally symmetrical, triploplastic, coelomate with organ system level of organization. So, till the previous phylum, that means till the phylum Cnidaria and Ctenophora, they have shown a tissue level of organization only. The Platyhelminthes is the phylum which shows the organ system level of organization. They show moderate cephalization. What is mean by cephalization? Formation of head. So this is the animal which start the formation of head first. Okay, and unidirectional movement. That means move only one direction alone. They are mostly endoparasites living inside the other animal, that is called endoparasite of animals including human beings. Hooks and suckers are present in the parasitic forms and serve as organs for attachment. Okay, so the animals of the Platyhelminthes are mostly endoparasite, that means living inside of the host organism. So hence it is living inside the host organism. It should have some apparatus to attach in the host body. So the organs such as hooks and suckers are used for the attachment of host body. Okay, and their body is not segmented, but some exhibit pseudo segmentation. That means a body is not segmented like earthworm and all. Okay, but some organisms show pseudo segmentation. What does mean by pseudo segmentation? You know very well, pseudo means what? A false segmentation some of the animals of the phylum possess. Some of the parasitic flatworms absorb nutrient directly from the host through their body surface. However, flatworms like liver fluke have an incomplete digestive system. What is mean by incomplete digestive system? Already we have seen in the criteria for classification, that is the animal possesses only one opening. Through this opening, food is ingested and also waste is excreted. That is the mouth act as the only the opening which act as a mouth as well as anus. Okay, that is called what? Incomplete digestive system. And specialized excretory cells called flame cells help in osmoregulation and excretion. The excretory structure of flatworms or what? Yes, flame cells, and it helps for the excretion as well as osmoregulation. Sexes are not separate, that is there won't be a male and female sexes. Okay, so two sex organs present in the same animal itself, both male sex organ and female sex organs present in the same animals, and this condition is called hermaphrodite. Okay, fertilization is internal, that is fertilization takes place inside the body, and development is through larval stages. Okay, what are the larvae present in this phylum? Meriserium, Sporocyst, Radia, Cercaria, or the various types of larval stages have seen in the animals of phylum Platyhelminthes. Polyembryony is common in some flatworms such as liver flukes. Okay, that is what? Many embryos have formed. That condition is called what? Polyembryony. This polyembryonic condition have been observed in the animal liver fluke. Some members like planaria show high regeneration capacity. What is mean by regeneration? If you cut the organism into 2 to 3 pieces, each piece can develop into a whole organism, and this condition is called what? So regeneration. So regeneration is the capacity of animals belonging to the phylum Platyhelminthes, right? Okay, next one, hope you have clear about a phylum Platyhelminthes. The example for phylum Platyhelminthes are Taenia solium, Phaseola hepatica, that is a liver fluke, common name cystosoma, common name of cystosoma is blood fluke. Next one is a phylum as helminthes. It is called as roundworms because their body is round and elongated. That's what it is called as what? A roundworm. Previously called nematoda. The phylum as helminthes previously called as what? Nematoda. And this phylum is now named as helminthes. Body of this worm is circular in cross section and hence are called roundworms. They are free living or parasitic on aquatic and terrestrial plants and animals. Okay, some animals of this phylum are free living. It will not be depend on any host for their survival. So they are living on living independently, that is called a free living, and some they are live on the host body as parasitic. The host may be aquatic and terrestrial plants and animals. Then they are bilateral symmetrical. You know what is mean by bilateral symmetrical? Triploplastic, pseudocoelomate, all. Okay. Animals with organ system level of organization. Body is unsegmented and covered by a transparent, tough and productive collagenous layer called cuticle. So in pseudocoelomate we have seen the body does not show any segmentation, but some of the animals show pseudosegmentation. But in the phylum as helminthes, the animals does not show any segmentation. It is what? Body is covered with a thin, transparent, tough and productive collagenous layer called cuticle. The alimentary canal is complete. So the alimentary canal is incomplete in the platyhelminthes. Here alimentary canal is complete. It possesses both mouth and anus. With a well-developed mouth, muscular pharynx and anus. Excretory system consists of rennet gland. Excretion takes place by flame cells in platyhelminthes. Here excretion takes place by rennet gland. Sexes are separate. Their sexes are present in the same animal. Both the sexes are present in the same animal. The condition is called a hermaphrodite. Here sexes are separate. Male animals present separately and female animals present separately. That is called what? Sexual dimorphism. That's what it's saying as exhibit sexual dimorphism. Often females are longer than males. Fertilization is internal. Majority are oviparous. What is mean by oviparous? Laying egg and catching young one. That is called oviparous. Example, Ascaris. Few are ovoviviparous. Wuchereria. Ovoviviparous, it lay the egg, but the development takes place inside the body. That is called what? Ovoviviparous. Development may be direct or indirect. Direct means what? The young ones resembling the adult one. Indirect means what? The young ones are not resembling the adult one, and through many stages it can finally reach the adult stage. And this kind of things is called what? Indirect development. Examples for phylum as helminthes or Ascaris lumbricoides, roundworm, Enterobius vermicularis, pinworm, Wuchereria bancrofti, filarial worm. And next I am going to discuss with you, Ankylostoma duodenale. It is called a hookworm. So there are 4 examples given for the phylum as helminthes. Phylum Annelida next. It is called as segmented worm. Why? Because the body is so segmented both externally and internally. That's what it is called. What? Segmented body. And this segmented body is called what? Metamerism and or metames we can say. Okay children, so let's enter into the phylum Annelids. Annelids were the first segmented animals to evolve. So the animals of this phylum or the first animals evolved into what? Yes, segmented animals. Okay, they are aquatic or terrestrial. They are aquatic or terrestrial, free living, but some are parasitic. So already I said what is mean by free living, what is mean by parasitic. So no need to explain one more time. They are triploplastic, that is body wall is made up of 3 layer, ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm, bilaterally symmetrical, zygosylomate. Zygosylomate means what? Then please refer already what I have said already. And exhibit organ system level of body organization. See children, from phylum Platyhelminthes onwards, this all the animals still chordate All the animals shows organ system level of organization. And triploplastic, these are common and bilaterally symmetrical triploplastic organ system level of organization. These are common. Point fertile chordate, phylum chordate. And coelom, the coelom with coelomic fluid creates a hydrostatic skeleton and aids in locomotion. Then their elongated body is metamerically segmented, and the body surface is divided into segment or metamers internally. So the body is divided internally as well as externally, divided into many parts, and this division is called what? Metamerism. This division is called what? Metamerism. So metamerism is the characters of phylum Annelida. This phenomena known as metamerism. The longitudinal and the circular muscle, the body wall help in locomotion. So locomotion is effected by longitudinal and circular muscles. Aquatic annelids like Nereis have lateral appendages called parapodia, which help in swimming. And Chitinus setae in earthworm and suckers in leech help in locomotion. So then the circulatory system is of closed type. You know very well what is mean by closed type of circulation, you know, isn't it? So that blood is circulate inside the blood vessels. That is called what? Closed circulatory system. Nervous system, closed circulatory system, and the respiratory pigment or hemoglobin and chlorocrurorin. So these are the respiratory pigment. We are having only hemoglobin, but in addition to hemoglobin, the animals of the phylum Annelida consist of a chlorocrurorin. Nervous system consists of paired ganglion connected by the lateral nerves to the double ventral nerve cord. So that nervous system has a paired ganglion, two knot-like structures. It function as ganglion, and it is equalized to our brain and connected by the lateral nerves. These nerves are related compared with our nerves. Okay, so the ganglion and the lateral nerves to the double ventral nerve cord, they reproduce sexually. That means sexual reproduction. Development is direct or indirect and include trochophore larva. The larva in the indirect development is trochophore larva. Some are monoecious, example earthworm, while some are dioecious, example Nereis and leech. Monoecious, both male and female sex organ present in the same animal, but male sex organ present in the male organism, female sex organ present in the female organism, and this is called what? Dioecious condition. Example Lambetomorti, earthworm, Nereis sandworm, Heredinaria leech. So these are the various examples of phylum Annelida. Next we are going to see phylum Arthropoda. So phylum Arthropoda, this is the largest phylum of the kingdom Animalia. We should notice it, children, which is the largest phylum of kingdom Animalia is. Yes, largest phylum of kingdom Animalia is Arthropoda. So that it include class Insecta. Total species ranges from 2 to 10 million species of insects are there in the class Insecta. They are bilaterally symmetrical, segmented, diploplastic and zygosylomate animals with organ system grade of body organization. Okay, and then they have jointed appendages which are used for locomotion. So jointed appendages are the special features for this phylum, and this jointed appendages is used for locomotion, feeding and or sensory function. Body is covered by chitinous exoskeleton for production and to prevent water loss. Okay, so you can notice the body of the insect, children. The outer surface of the insect's body are covered with a hard shell-like structure. This hard shell-like structure acts as an exoskeleton, and it is made up of chitin. The function of the exoskeleton is production as well as prevent the water loss, and it's shed off periodically by a process called molting or ecdysis. This exoskeleton shed off periodically and by a process called molting or ecdysis. The body consists of head, thorax, abdomen with a body cavity called a hemocoel. And then what about respiration? Respiration taken place by gills, book lungs and trachea. Circulatory system, open type. Sense organ, antennae, eyes or compound eyes and simple eyes, statocyst organs of balance are present. So there are many sense organs are present. Okay. Excretion, about excretion. Excretion takes place through the Malpighian tubules, green glands, coxal glands, etc. They are mostly dioecious and oviparous. Fertilization is usually internal. Development may be direct or indirect. Life history include many larval stages followed by metamorphosis. Okay. Then example for this phylum Annelida, arthropods are Limulus. Its a common name is king crab, a living fossil. 1 mark question. Then Palamus, scorpion. Eupagarus, hermit crab. Apis, honeybee. Musca, housefly. Vectors, Anopheles, Culex, Addax. These are act as a vectors in the phylum Arthropoda. And economically important insects are Apis, honeybee. Bombyx mori, that is silkworm. Lacifer, lac insect. Living fossil, Limulus, that is king crab. Gregarious pest, Locusta. These all act as economically important insect. Okay, children. So next phylum Mollusca. So the first largest phylum is what? Phylum Arthropoda. The second largest phylum is what? Phylum Mollusca. And what is its special feature is what? Its body is very soft. So the animals of this phylum has a soft body. So it is all the soft bodied animals coming under the phylum Mollusca. This is the second largest animal phylum. Mollusca or terrestrial or aquatic. In aquatic, whether it may be marine or freshwater, and exhibit organ system level of body organization. They are bilaterally symmetrical. There is an exception for this bilaterally symmetrical, that is univalves. Univalves shows an does not show bilaterally symmetrical. Then triploplastic and coelomate animals. Body is covered by calcareous shell and is unsegmented with a distinct head, muscular foot and a visceral hump or visceral mass. A soft layer of skin form a mantle over the visceral hub. Okay, so the body is divided into muscular foot, visceral hump and visceral mass. Okay, so head. These are only three parts: head, muscular foot and visceral hump. These are the three different parts seen in the animals of phylum Mollusca. And these bodies are covered with a soft layer of skin, and this soft layer of skin form a mantle over the visceral hump. The space between the visceral mass and mantle is called as mantle cavity, in which a number of feather-like gills, that is ctenidia, are present. These are which are respiratory in function. The respiratory organs of phylum Mollusca is ctenidia, and ctenidia is the respiratory organs which are seen in the phylum Mollusca. And the digestive system, complete digestive system. Mouth contains a rasping organ called radula with transverse rows of chitinous teeth for feeding. Radula is absent in bivalves. The sense organs are tentacles, eyes and ospiridium. Like our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, these animals have some sense organs like tentacles, eyes and ospiridium. To test the, what is the function of ospiridium? To test the purity of water and present in bivalves and gastropods, because these are living in water. To check the purity of water, the ospiridium used. Okay. Excretory organ or nephridia. The nephridia are the excretory organ. type of circulation is open type and is seen except for cephalopods. Cephalopods, they don't have open circulatory, they have closed circulatory system such as squids, cuttlefishes and octopuses. Blood contain a hemocyanin, a copper containing respiratory pigment. These are peculiar character, children. Please note it down that blood consists of a copper containing hemocyanin. Okay, and this like our hemoglobin, this copper containing hemocyanin act as a respiratory pigment. Then they are dioecious and oviparous, male female present separately, oviparous laying egg. Development is indirect. What is the larval stage then? Veliger larva is the larval stage. Then a modified trochophore larva is the veliger larva. Example of this phylum: Phyla, apple snail, lamellidans, mussel, Pinctata paluster, sepia, cuttlefish, loligo, squid, octopus, devilfish. This common name all, please children note it down. Next we are going to enter the phylum Echinodermata. So all echinoderms are marine animals. The adults are radially symmetrical, but the larvae are bilaterally symmetrical. See children, this is another one peculiar character seen in the phylum Echinodermata. Each phylum has its own peculiar characters. Okay, so the echinoderms has symmetrical peculiarism, that is adult has what? Radially symmetrical, but larval stage has bilaterally symmetrical. These animals have a mesodermal exoskeleton of calcareous ossicle, hence the name Echinodermata. So its exoskeleton is made up of calcareous ossicles. Hence its exoskeleton is made up of calcareous ossicles, and this phylum gets its name Echinodermata. Echinodermata means what? Spiny skin. They are exclusively marine with organ. Please note it down. These are exclusively marine organism, organ system level of organization. The most distinct feature of echinoderm is the presence of vascular system or ambulacral system with tube feet or podia, then which help in the locomotion. See, vascular system also a peculiar character which is present only in the phylum Echinodermata. In the vascular system, they are consisting of tube feet or podia. This tube feet or podia help for the locomotion and capture food, transport of food and respiration. The digestive system is complete with mouth on ventral side, anus on the dorsal side. Excretory organs absent, note it down. Nervous system, sensory organs are poorly developed, not well developed. The circulatory system is open type without heart and blood vessels. Sexes are separate. Reproduction is sexual and fertilization is external fertilization, not internal fertilization. And development is indirect with the free swimming bilaterally symmetrical larva. Some echinoderms exhibit autotomy with the remarkable power of regeneration. What is mean by autotomy and remarkable power of regeneration? See, the animals of this phylum serves autotomy. That means what? Cut their organ by themselves. Okay, if any of the predator capture them, immediately they cut their one of the tail and it escape from the predators, and this is called what? Autotomy. Once the one of its arm is cut, immediately it regenerate, and this is called what? Remarkable power of regeneration. So this what about phylum Echinodermata. So example for phylum Echinodermata are Asterias, Echinus, Antedon, Cucumeria, Ophiura and brittle stars. These are the animals example for phylum Arthropoda. Okay children, now I will stop with this our class, and I will continue in my next session with phylum Hemichordata. And for you today's homework is find any 10 differentiation between the phylum Platyhelminthes and Aschelminthes. Find and tabulate the differentiation between phylum Platyhelminthes as well as Aschelminthes. Okay. So this is what your homework children. Complete it and send it to me. Okay. We will meet in our next session. Bye.